Hi everyone, welcome back to the second part of What is a Gas? Yesterday we learned some about the state of matter when it is in the form of a gas. We're going to finish up the book today. You might have tried one or two of the activities that was in yesterday's book. You can still go back and look at that again. Remember, if you decide to try those, you'll need the help of an adult. There are a couple of things in here you can try with an adult's help, and I'm going to do one at the end of the book. Changing states. Most matter stays in one state at room temperature. A solid stays a solid, a liquid stays a liquid, a gas stays a gas. All matter stays the same unless you do something to change it. A physical change is when matter changes the way it looks. Got that? A physical change is when matter changes the way it looks. Vapor is another word for gas. Steam or water vapor is a gas that you can sometimes see. When it spreads out to fill an entire room, however, you cannot see it anymore. So we can see this coming out of the tea kettle, but what's going to happen, it's going to start moving and spreading out, and then we won't see it anymore. Kind of like what's happening in this picture. The steam has spread out, so we don't see it. Most matter changes from one state to another when you add or take away energy. Heat is a type of energy that changes matter. Matter can change states when its temperature is changed. After being changed, some types of matter, such as water, can even be changed back to its first state. So think about what's happening in these pictures. They said heat is a type of energy. So what are they using? What type of energy to heat and change the matter? Talk to somebody at home about that. What do you think? Pour water into an ice cube tray, put the tray into the freezer, and let it freeze. The liquid water will change states and become a solid. Now, take the tray out of the freezer and leave it in the hot sun. What happens to the solid water? It's not very sunny today at my house, but you can still try that after you make some ice. See what happens. Can you change that matter back? From a liquid to a gas. Some liquids change to a gas or vapor when heat is added to them. When a liquid changes to a gas, we say it evaporates. Can you find the word vapor in evaporation? Look closely, my word detectives. We did that a lot in phonics. I bet you can find vapor inside evaporation. Steam is a gas. An adult can add heat to a pot of liquid water by turning on the stove burner underneath. Water boils when its temperature reaches 212 degrees Fahrenheit. This temperature is called the boiling point. The water changes from a liquid to a gas that rises from the pot. This gas, or water vapor in the air, is called steam. What do you think? After it rains, when you see puddles on the ground, after it rains, you see puddles on the ground. When the day turns sunny, the puddles disappear. What makes the water in the puddles disappear? Well, that's something you'll be able to try easily later on today or tomorrow, since it's been raining. If you look outside, you can probably find some puddles. Keep an eye on them. Will they be there tomorrow at this time? If not, what's going to happen to them? From a gas to a liquid. Some gases change states when they are cooled. To cool a gas, you take heat away from it. A gas can change into a liquid when it is cooled. When a gas changes to a liquid, we say it condenses. Invisible water vapor goes through a physical change. When it cools and becomes a cloud, you can see. Too cool. Water vapor is a gas that rises up in the air. On Earth, you cannot see the water vapor going up. The air is colder and hot. The air is colder the higher you go up. Let me try that one more time. The air is colder the higher up you go. The colder temperature condenses the water vapor or changes it into liquid water droplets. The puffy clouds you can see in the sky are made up of these water droplets. What do you think? When you breathe out on a warm day, you cannot see your breath. Why do you think you can see your breath in a little white puff when you breathe out on a very cold day? So let's try this right now. Breathe out. We don't see a cloud like in the picture, but I know you've done that before on a cold day. You've been outside, you breathe out, and you see a little cloud. Why is that? Well, when we breathe out, water vapor that is in the air, that gas starts turning back into a liquid, and so it forms a cloud that we see. But that's because the air around us is cooler, cold on a cold day, but it won't work on a day when the air is not cool. Glass empty or full? Here's one you can try at home. I'm going to show you how to do it in a minute. Even when a glass is empty, it is still full of air. This activity shows that a glass takes up space. This activity shows that a gas takes up space in a container, even when you cannot see it. What you'll need: a drinking glass, a paper towel. If you don't have a paper towel, you can use a piece of paper that you don't need anymore. A sink or glass bowl filled with water. So, I gotta move it over here and try not to spill it. I have my bowl full of water. So let's see what we're gonna do first. What to do: crumple up the paper towel and push it into the bottom of the drinking glass so that it stays inside. So you're gonna take, let me move this up some, or up, so we can see a little better. So you're gonna take your paper towel, crumple it up. Don't do it into a tiny ball, just so that it fits inside the glass. So see how I have it in there? Push down. You want it so that when you turn the glass upside down, like it says in number 2, turn the glass upside down so the open part is facing downward. The paper towel should stay in and not fall out. If it falls out, you have it crumpled too much, uncrumple it, give it another try. 3, hold the glass upside down. Hold the upside down glass, straight up and down over the water and push it down flat to the bottom of the bowl. Make sure the open part of the glass does not hit. So you ready? You can try this at home. See how I have it straight? Here's my bowl of water. See, if you don't believe me, it has water in it. And I'm going to push it all the way down to the bottom, keeping it straight. See how I have it straight? I didn't tilt it. Number 4 says, now pull the glass up out of the water, still holding it straight up and down. It's important that you keep it straight up and down. Look at my paper towel, it's still dry. I'm going to try it again. So straight up and down. Did you see those air bubbles? That's because there's gas, air in here. So it's still dry. As long as there's air in here, that pushes the water away and keeps the water out of the glass. So here it asks us, what do you think? Why is the paper towel still dry? The answer is the paper towel is still dry because the glass was filled with both the paper towel and air, Franco. When the glass was pushed into the water, the air filled the rest of the glass up, so there was no room for the water to seep into the gas. Let's end by seeing, what can you build with gas? Dip a wand in liquid soap. Move it through the air. The liquid soap surrounds the air, which is a gas, to make a bubble. You can also make air bubbles in a liquid by sticking a straw into it and blowing the bubbles. The bubbles rise and pop at the surface. A hot air balloon is a vehicle that travels through the air. The balloon is also filled with air inside. The air inside the balloon is warmed by a fuel called propane gas. Warm air always rises. The warm air takes the balloon and its basket up with it. A blimp is a large airship filled with helium gas. Helium gas is lighter than air, so the airship floats in the sky. Large engines move it forward from one place to another. Here are a couple of websites if you want to learn some more about matter. Those might be the same ones that were at the end of the solid book. And then here's the glossary. So these are some really important words that we heard in the book. We saw them in boldface type. If you don't remember what they mean, you can look back here. Remember, if you decide to try any of the activities from the book at home, get help from an adult. I'm going to try this out one more time. I think that's a lot of fun. See you later.